Waiting for it to start. Says that it has, but I'm gonna wait. I want to see it show up over here and then I can copy that. Okay, great. There we go. Hey friends. And we're good. Thank you everyone for joining another episode of the OpenJS Foundation's Cross Project Council meeting. Today is the 17th of September, the year 2024. We're still here. We're still doing this happily. Yeah, so let's get into it. Do we have any announcements? That's where we start, right? Any announcements?
We had pretty fun news go out on Friday about JS Conf and the JS trademarks being donated to OpenJS. Thank you, Chris Williams, Voodoo Tiki God, for all of those who know him. And to the JS Conf family and friends. We've had so many great people reach out to us around the world. So our program committee is growing. And we're already in the throes of selecting a theme and a venue for 2025. So
I couldn't be more excited.
I know.
Through the roof.
And we'll see. Hi, Matteo. Supposedly, these events sell out in milliseconds. So as soon as we announce the venue and the location, or the venue and the theme, we will give you all a big heads up.
Yeah, very exciting.
Very exciting.
Cool. Anything else? No? Not from you?
Am I forgetting anything, Joe? Ben?
I guess if anybody is interested in helping with the program committee, reach out. This is kind of exciting stuff. So if you want to get involved, let us know.
It is on the public calendar, but the Zoom link and everything, just reach out to me and I'll send you that.
Great. Excellent. Any other announcements? Anything with the Collab Summit? Didn't like a registration form go out or something? Claudio, I'm looking at you. I don't know if you can tell. I'm looking at you, Claudio.
Oh, wait, what was the question? I was actually replying something on Slack.
Yeah, sure. Collab Summit registration.
Oh, yes. Yeah, registrations are open actually for Collab Summit. It reminds me I need to finish designing the agenda.
Yeah, it's always a lot of work.
It's always stressful. I mean, not because of the act itself being stressful, it's just organizing in a way that it's, people are interested, and people can retain attention. But since we have only one room now and we have 2 days, I think it's not going to be that much of a challenge.
Yeah.
Registration required though, just for people to get in the room and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you
Registration is required, mandatory.
Yes, it's required for people to attend. I think
It's
free though, yes. It's more in the sense of us knowing who is coming, t-shirts, dietary restrictions, but also it would not be cool to just someone randomly appear there and be like, hey, who are you?
Yeah, so it's exciting. It's for folks who don't know, it's kind of paired with NodeConf EU, which is happening right alongside there. And
the days before, yeah.
Yeah, the days before. NodeConf EU is slightly outside of Dublin, but the Collaborator Summit is right down in Dublin, so it should be easy to navigate and manage. So very exciting stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for Matteo for facilitating with this venue.
Absolutely. Cool. All right.
Paula has probably just a quick update where she's busy, heads down on a big thing, October 4th, that many of us are participating in.
Yep. Open Source Day, the Grace Hopper celebration. I get to wear the Zoom backdrop this month. So really just a lot of thanks and shout out to the whole OpenJS Foundation for preparing a great program. Pure virtual, October 4th. Everyone who's registered for Grace Hopper virtually or in person is eligible to join us for fun on October 4th.
Right. Exciting. All right, cool. If there aren't any more announcements, I will ask if there are board meeting updates, but I know the meeting's happening a week from Friday, so I don't know if there's anything to share at this time. I'm not aware of anything. So, all right, moving on. Anything on the staff updates that people knows about? There's a few things on the legal info side.
No, just staff, our trainer is out until October 7th on family leave, so that's coming up. So when she returns, we'll get that going.
Great.
Okay.
Great. And I know, yeah, the loop back thing is also in the agenda, and also on my list of things to work on. Diana and I were just in a meeting, Diana Lau, but we didn't get a chance to talk about that yet. So I will work on that, but I'll get to it in the agenda. So nothing else on the staff updates. So jumping into the agenda items, the first one is 1363. This is review Webpack's new governance model impact project. Claudio, you opened this issue, but I don't know who wants to give some context here.
A link to the issue because my memory is horrible.
Robin, do you know about this as well?
Oh, it's in the Google Doc here. Oh, 1 second. Oh, yes. Sorry, I have context for that. Yes. So, my mind is drifting a little bit today. I mean, me and the Webpack current maintainers, we drafted a whole new governance model, which is actually based on nodes and ESLint governance model, and it's ready to be reviewed by the CPC. So since it's a charter change and governance change, it needs to be approved by the CPC and the board. I can actually already click on the repository to start reading it. We will actually create a PR to update the governance.md file on the main Webpack repository. And that is the file where we will actually ask for the CPC to give thumbs up and, review, approves, or feedbacks, which is where we would actually validate it. But before we go to that step, I'm asking already for CPC members to, give a review on the current state of it, which is linked on the issue, and you can comment on the issue itself, if you see any glaring issue that we can fix before we do the formal submission. Yeah.
Great.
That was really cool work. And it was the first time that I drafted governance with a project that actually has active individual funding. It's very interesting because we also drafted a model for dispersion of funds and collection of funds. I hope that is also possibly in line with our standards. So please help me out if I wrote anything there that is not okay.
Great. All right, cool. So we're asking folks to review it, comment on it, and at some point in the near future, we will approve it and try to move it forward.
That sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, great. Thank you. Okay, cool. Moving on. This is the OpenJSF CLA should be updated. Emily opened this. Toby commented 2 weeks ago. Oh, we need to check with legal on this one to see if this is something, how straightforward this would be as Toby comments. It has the waiting on legal info label, so I assume unless somebody has an update, we are still waiting on legal. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna drop some notes in here. If somebody can help with that, that'd be great. Still waiting on legal. Great. And then on the Webpack
I
one.
think for this one, Robin, maybe you and I need to package this up for legal for review.
Yeah, we've had a couple of packages, some for LF, some for our OpenJS outside counsel, so this might be an addendum.
Great. Okay.
Can I just do a quick little brand check thing? We're always OpenJS, OpenJS F. Never, ever, ever.
I- I'm gonna,
Just
I'm
for
gonna,
friends and family.
yeah, that always bugs
Toby
me.
Toby will laugh because he knows it's hard and I tease him all the time. But yeah,
I just updated the issue and the doc. So,
okay.
you know what, I'm gonna be a stickler and I'm gonna edit his comments here really quickly too, because I'm
You
super
are.
fast. Watch how fast I am. OpenJS Foundation. Yeah, looks like we're
I
good.
believe Kylie has a brand guide somewhere, but
Yeah, everybody loves a good.
real time. Yeah,
Yeah,
real
all
time.
right,
Good.
fixed it. Oh, Toby has it too. I'm gonna edit his too, just because. All right, great. Cool. Keep us posted and we'll check back on that one next time. The next one is clarified DCO and CLA requirements. Ben, you opened this one up back in August. There's some comments here. I don't know if anybody's up to speed on this one. Mateo commented last month.
Yeah, I think all the comments are valid, right? I think we need to see if we can come to a consensus on what we want to recommend. Um, yeah. So maybe I'll take a stab at distilling the comments and seeing if I can come up with a recommendation based on what's in there.
Okay, that'd be great. If you're not too busy, then. I know you are. Ben will distill comments and come back.
Feel free to send me coffee.
Okay, I will. I like that. Okay, so the next issue is 1347. Node.js is looking to adopt an official Discord server for the community. Claudio and I have been talking to Carl, who is the person who runs the Discord community. Carl seems a little reluctant to make any updates to the COC. I proposed it to him as the updates that he has could be more in like a moderations doc, clarifying some terminology and some process. I think there's some confusion as to thinking that even though this would be an official community, that it would be completely independent. And I think there's a slight disconnect there. If it's an official communication channel of a foundation project, then it is under our purview to some extent. You know, obviously we would be very hands-off and not interested in managing someone's Discord community, but we'd still ultimately be, I think, responsible for it if it's official. So we've had some side conversations and the four of us agreed to take some of the time in next week's working session to talk about it some more, hopefully to just, you know, first of all, clarify and then, you know, hopefully find a pathway forward. If this is what the Node.js project would like to have happen, then we would like to help them to make it happen. So we'll keep working on that. And if anybody's interested in this, we expect to talk about it next week. I'm hoping that it's a half-hour conversation and we can work on other things as well, but you know how these things go, so we'll see. Great. And I should drop comments there. I'll comment on this one later. Excellent. So moving on, unless anyone has any questions or comments on previous items. The next item is 1345, match repository structure to README process and policy section. We had a working session last week and talked through a bunch of this stuff. Toby and Chris de Alameda have done some work in parallel on this, and kind of ended up with two slightly different approaches. We talked about the pros and cons of each, and I think the gist is that I don't know if it was Chris or whomever was going to look at it some more, was going to try to distill that and have a singular proposal for what the README might look like. And then additionally, we could potentially even restructure the repo along the lines of the structure of the README. Let me just kind of look here. If anybody's interested in this, there is a comment in the thread with links to both of the drafts. You can kind of see where things stand. And hopefully we'll have some more work to show on this soon. If we don't spend all the time next week in the working session on the Discord stuff, then maybe we can look at this too and evaluate further and try to have some sort of proposal to bring forward to the group. Questions, comments, thoughts, anything? I will drop a note on that one too when we're done. So I will keep moving on. Very organized and expedient today. A lot of coffee this morning. So the hospital run, Archive the Hospital Run project, issue 1307. This has been around for a while. I see a good to-do list that looks like it's all checked off except one.
Yeah, I can give an update here. So the last item on here was that Hospital Run had an open collective account. So we needed to gain access to that, which I did, which is great. And so I'm checking with our finance team about if there's any caveats about me moving those funds to the foundation. I don't think there are, but before I did that transfer, I just wanted to check. Once we do that, we can close this down and then I can do a PR to officially archive this. So yeah, just waiting on that.
Okay. Great. Excellent. Good news. Cool. Cruising right along. The next item is issue 1297, document code of conduct team selection process. If I understand correctly, this is just waiting for someone to kind of do it. Yeah, so last comment here. So it's now waiting on a pull request. Alternatively, this could be worked on during a working session. And it also needs to be added to the election calendar. So that's a comment from Toby 2 weeks ago. Does this have the working session label? It doesn't, so I'm gonna add that so that it could be considered for that. Where is that label? I should use the search. CPC working session. There we go. All right. So if we don't see a pull request soon, we'll consider this as one of the things we can try to sketch out in a working session, and then somebody can hopefully take it over the finish line. Moving on, issue 1122. This one is on, I think, my plate to kind of review. The gist is that we had a bunch of work to do on code of conduct and moderation and the team and all that stuff. And we left this issue open to make sure that we did all of the things that we wanted to do in this process. It was kind of a grab bag to put things in to make sure we don't forget anything or just cover all of our bases. So this is something that I should go through, or if anybody wants to do it, they can too. But basically, go through the list there and just make sure everything looks square, and then we can probably close that issue or finish up any remaining work. Any questions? No? Okay. And then the last one is the IP policy license exemption request for loopback. This one is also on my plate. And I will try to work on this one soon too. So no update on that one either. And I'll go back and hit some of these agenda items in the doc here with my comments, the ones that I'm familiar with. So they are empty for the moment. Look at that. We just plowed right through the agenda like a bunch of pros. Is there anything else that we want to talk about? Besides getting into a private session on the travel fund requests. If not, then, I think I said this earlier, but if I didn't say it on the stream, the next session, oh yeah, I think I've said this like 3 times. Next working session, we'll look at the Discord thing, as well as the README, rewrite stuff. So unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about, we can, call the public session here a wrap. Good. All right. Thank you, viewing public. We'll see you next time.